Hello students, I hope all of you are doing well. Today we are here to understand what the physical properties are and what are the different physical changes which we see around us. First, let us have a word about the physical properties of matter. There are many ways by which we can define the physical properties of matter. Let us understand it in the simplest possible way. As we know, matter is made up of atoms. So, defining in terms of its mass and volume is one way of describing the physical property. A matter in which any change is not accompanied by a change in chemical composition can be defined by its attributes like its density, color, conductivity. Any measurable property of matter, like temperature, pressure, are the physical properties of matter. All these physical properties, which are discussed right now, can be systematically divided into two types: extensive and intensive properties. Extensive properties are those which are dependent on the quantity of matter taken, like volume and mass. Intensive properties are those which are independent of the quantity of matter taken, like temperature and malleability. We have seen what the physical properties of matter are. Let us now understand, what do you mean by a physical change? A change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical properties is called a physical change. A physical change is generally reversible. In such a change, no new substance is formed. We can divide physical changes into many categories, few of which are as follows. Change in state of matter. Dissolution. Formation of colloid or suspension. Separation of mixture. Change in the amount of substance taken. Change in shape. Formation of alloys. The interconversion of states is a physical change because these changes occur without a change in composition and no change in the chemical nature of the substance. The change in the physical properties of a substance from one state to another is called its state change. Fusion or melting. The process by which a substance's solid state changes into the liquid state at a constant temperature by absorption of heat is known as fusion or melting, and the fixed temperature at which the melting occurs is known as the melting point. Vaporization or boiling. The process by which a substance's liquid state changes into the vapor or gaseous state at a constant temperature by absorption of heat is known as vaporization or boiling. The fixed temperature is known as the boiling point or vaporization point of the liquid. Condensation. The process by which gas changes into the liquid state at a constant temperature by releasing heat is known as the condensation. Freezing. The process by which a substance's liquid state changes into its solid state at a constant temperature by releasing heat is called freezing, and the fixed temperature is known as the freezing point. Sublimation. The process in which a solid directly converts into its gaseous state at all temperatures is called sublimation. Evaporation. It is a process by which a substance changes from liquid to gaseous state on heating at any temperature. Solidification. It is a process by which a substance changes from liquid to solid state on cooling. Next is dissolution. It is the process where a solute in a gaseous, liquid, or solid phase dissolves in a solvent to form a solution. For example, making black tea. In this process, we infuse the tea with hot water. That is, we are dissolving tea leaves extract in hot water. During this process of dissolution, we always end up getting a solution. Like dissolution is the formation of colloid and suspension. Example of colloid is milk, and that of suspension is paint. Next is separation techniques like sublimation, filtration, evaporation, chromatography, differential extraction, and different distillation techniques. If we change the amount of substance, then it is also considered as the physical change. For example, as you can see, she is adding the blocks. This will be considered a physical change. If we change the shape of a substance, like that shown here, it is also an example of physical change. Even making an alloy, in which we melt the metals together in a specific ratio, is a physical change. As we reach the end of the module, let us summarize. First, we had seen the different physical properties of matter, like temperature, malleability, mass, and volume. Then we divided these physical properties into extensive properties, which are matter dependent, and intensive properties, which are matter independent. Then we saw what the physical change, and then lastly, different types of physical changes is.